What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's had a great Monday. I know that's kind of crazy, but for me, I always loved Mondays for the last 8 years because 8 years I have been doing live streams on Monday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern. Yes, it's true. 9 o'clock Eastern. Because of, shout out to my man, Benet Emery, who I used to do an internet radio show back in like 2014 and 15 when it was new. I was on for about 7 minutes talking about the Cowboys. And that's when I started saying, well, I'm getting ready for this. Let me double up. I'll go ahead and put it on YouTube too. And it started to grow. And I've been doing this pretty much every freaking Monday night. I missed a couple here and there, but maybe I've been on a plane or sick or on a cruise or something like that. But for the most part, yeah, yeah. So if there's 52 weeks in a year times 8 years, so probably about 400 and some odd Monday evening live streams. Wow, that's a lot. Anyway, be that as it may, I just wish that we had closure one way or the other on Dak Prescott's contract. Now, you want my real honest take on this. My honest take is you don't realize the game that's being played on you. See, the reason why Dak Prescott will not go anywhere is because it's raining out here, by the way. I'm out here in the rain because the Cowboys always leave you out in the rain. What you have to understand is this. I want you to think about the New England Patriots winning 7 Super Bowls over the last 20 years. I want you to think about the Rams winning some Super Bowls. Just 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or however long it was. Tampa Bay with Tom Brady winning another Super Bowl. The Eagles, finally, after 50 some odd years, winning a Super Bowl and going back to another one just last year. Kansas City winning 3 in 5 years? You know what's crazy is the Dallas Cowboys are worth $2 billion more than the next closest NFL team. And haven't done jack for 30 years. They're always one of the top sellers in jerseys. Dak, Micah, CD. They're talked about more than any other team. I think that if you took the amount of time that they talk about the Dallas Cowboys, specifically Dak Prescott and his contract, versus all of the other teams that they talk on a day, that the Cowboys talk will outweigh all the other teams combined. I'm being serious. What you have to understand is the Cowboys are winning in the media. They are the most talked to. Everybody, listen, Kansas City just won a 3rd Super Bowl. Jason Kelsey just retired. Russell Wilson has been cut, taking an $85 million cap hit. And what is everybody talking about? Well, the Cowboys, could they move on for Dak Prescott? Well, they could or might not, but it's not happening immediately. Russell Wilson just got cut. We got Kirk Cousins that Atlanta's talking about busting the bank for him. Mike Evans got a 2-year, $52 million deal. And the only thing everybody's talking about is Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones, the Cowboys culture, and are they all in? They have dominated the NFL sports waves since they lost to the Green Bay Packers. And what I want you to understand is, I think the Cowboys actually winning the Super Bowl would actually hurt that media brand because they're constantly moving the goalpost. Whoa, they haven't been to an NFC Championship game. Yeah, I can guarantee you, if the Cowboys were to make it to the NFC Championship game, they would be going, well, yeah, they made it to the NFC, but they're not making Super Bowls. And I bet you if the Cowboys were to go on and win the Super Bowl, they would say, well, they're not a dynasty. They haven't won back-to-back ones. And see, the thing is Dak Prescott is good enough to make you competitive every single game. And he's polarizing. You talk about him because you love him, you want to defend him. You talk about him because you hate him and you want to get rid of him. You talk about him because, he owns the NFC East and plays so well in those games. And they come up with terms that they only use for Dak Prescott, from dinking and dunking to garbage time. Can't win the big ones. Empty calories. Why would you move on from all that? And see, here's what Jerry Jones is doing to us. Jerry Jones, he's milking the hell out of this thing. You got Dak in here, who just became a father, coming out and saying, congratulations, Dak, that they've had a baby, he's changed a couple of diapers, he wants to pass that on to somebody else. Believe me, I feel you, bro. You definitely want to pass some dirty diapers on to somebody else. And then he's talking about, I haven't talked to Jerry about the all-in and what that means and so on. We've got everybody discussing all in. What does it mean with Jerry bullshitting and everything else? You can't go all in if you don't do Dak Prescott's contract. You got Dak Prescott saying, yeah, I'm confident on my contract. It dominates everything. Everything. If they were a newspaper, they'd be winning. If they were the ESPN, they'd be winning. They are killing the competition in media. You go to training camp, you got every media outlet there. You go to the Star, you got 50 reporters there at every practice. They are giving Jerry Jones exactly what he wants. And Dak Prescott is the ringleader for him. Step right up, folks. He ain't going to move on from Dak. Sorry. Hate to tell y'all. What'll happen is, going to milk this whole contract, try and make you think that they're going to move on from Dak Prescott, and all of a sudden, boom! In the last minute, they're going to get it done. Because then it's going to be, well, the Cowboys, they paid Dak Prescott $60 million. You can't pay a quarterback that kind of money. Dak Prescott doesn't deserve it. What's he going to do? It's going to surprise. It just creates a whole new thing to talk about. Because Jerry Jones wants to have that thing. As he likes to say, I like to stir shit up. I like to stir shit up. Culture, there's no culture problem. We got all the culture and all the money we want. Because, hey, give me that cash. Yeah, you're being played. You're being played by Jerry Jones. And I described it as being a crackhead. We all Cowboys crackheads. Come on, Jerry. Come on, give me a playoff win, man. I just need my fix, man. Come on. It keeps calling me, man. It keeps calling me. Yeah. The Cowboys are our drug, and we're all addicted to it. With that being said, I'm going to get out of this rain before I catch pneumonia and die before I have a chance to see the Cowboys in another Super Bowl. And I would want to start taking care of myself a little bit better because I may need to live for a long time. But remember, good people, remember to tell the people you love. Shout out to Stacy Schubert, who just lost a family member to cancer. Shout out to Chris Mortensen, great ESPN football analyst. Will be definitely missed. In fact, that's where you look at it and say, that's what ESPN used to be, were people that were really knowledgeable. And mind you, Dan You're Lousy, when he was having the argument about Dak Prescott and saying Cowboys don't move on from quarterbacks, they don't play anyplace else. Troy Aikman finished his career. Tony Romo finished his career. Roger Staubach finished his career. But you forgot about Craig Morton, bro. Because, see, Craig Morton took the Cowboys to a Super Bowl against the Colts. He was the regular quarterback that was, he ended up being exactly what Tom Landry wanted in a quarterback. And then he had this young guy who had sat out for 5 years who wasn't quite as disciplined, but was electric. And Tom Landry actually had Craig Morton and Roger Staubach in one game, alternating series. They're like two ships passing in the night. That shit didn't work. They shipped off Craig Morton, and Craig Morton went to the Denver Broncos, and the Cowboys faced them in the Super Bowl where Roger Staubach prevailed. So Dan, you're lousy. You're wrong again. And that's all I have to say about that. Remember, good people, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much.